Okay, so this session today we'll solve some numerical for physics ICSC class 10 2024. Just now the physics exam completed and we are going to solve questions from the physics paper, right? So the question is that we have received a data set having voltage and current, and the voltage are 10 volt, 20 volt, 30 volt. The corresponding currents are 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 4 ampere. Okay. So that means this reading is for a conductor or for a material where 10 volt is the reading, corresponding current reading is 2 ampere. The 20 volt is the voltage reading, corresponding current reading is 3 ampere, and 30 volt is the voltage reading, corresponding current is 4 ampere. Now the question is that we have to answer that whether this conductor state whether the conductor is used as an ohmic or non-ohmic, right? And justify your answer. So now first question is that what is ohmic and what is non-ohmic? So what is Ohm's law? There is one more question. So Ohm's law, let's go to the formula. V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. That means V for voltage, I for current, R for resistance. So Ohm's law, those there are material, few of the material follow Ohm's law and few of the material is not following Ohm's law. So those who are following the Ohm's law, they are ohmic material, ohmic resistance, and those who are not following Ohm's law, that's non-ohmic. Example is semiconductor. Semiconductor is non-ohmic. They are not following the Ohm's law. Now there is one more graphical presentation. Okay, so let's say it's a straight line. So what happened that if I am taking the voltage V in the y-axis, the current I in the x-axis, so the slope of the straight line, will be R. R is equal to V by I. R is equal to, and this is following the Ohm's law, the slope of the straight line. So for a material, if the material is, for every reading, let's say we are having data set here, for all data set, if we are taking the slope, and all this slope will be fixed, Slope means the ratio between the change in voltage divided the change in current. The ratio between the voltage and current. This ratio should be constant in case of Ohm's law, and this will be presented by a straight line. So one straight line presenting one material. For other material, the straight line will be like this. This way the straight line will vary. So if you are getting the straight line, when you are plotting the data of voltage of current, you will be saying it's an ohmic resistance. If your data, when you are plotting in this graph, is not following the straight line, then it will be the non-ohmic resistance. For here, if you see here, for first one, 10, 20, what will be the R1? R1 is 10 by 20 means 5 ohm. If you see here, so it is become change. R become 20 by 3. R3 become 30 by 4. So if you see all this data set, the resistance, value of resistance getting changed. Okay, so it will not present a straight line. So this will be the non-ohmic. So this data is presenting the non-ohmic data, the material is the non-ohmic. Okay, and what is the justification? So this is the justification. It's not following a straight line, and yeah, it will be a curve, like maybe kind of curved nature of graph. Okay, so same we are seeing in the non-ohmic presentation. So first answer is that state whether the conductor used is an ohmic or non-ohmic. Conductor is the non-ohmic. Answer 1 complete. Next, justify your answer. Since here this ratio is not constant, the ratio between voltage and current is not constant. Okay, so resistance is varying. So resistance is not constant, it's varying, it's not following the Ohm's law. That's why it's a non-ohmic. And same we have validated in the graph. If we plot the data in the graph, it should be a straight line. That means ideally it could be like, if 10 by 20, it should be, the ratio is what, 5. So it should be 20 by 4 and it should be 30 by 6, right? Then only the ratio will be 5. The R should be 5. For example, if it is an ohmic resistance, okay. So this way we have to justify our answer, and this is a model answer for the ICSE class 10 board, right? So these questions came in the board. So for these chapters, what are the readiness we have? We have to understand what is Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So one is mathematical part, one is the theoretical part. Theoretical part means under certain conditions where temperature is not varying, the current in a circuit is depend on the applied voltage. So current is depend on voltage. The way the voltage I am increasing, the current will increase in the equal proportion, so that V by I will be constant. So that means ideally, V I proportional to V. So current depends on voltage. Okay, and this is the formula. So V by I is the resistance of the circuit. So this is Ohm's law. Okay, the current in a circuit depends on the applied voltage. If we increase the voltage, then the equal proportionate the current will increase. This is Ohm's law. Okay, and there are other material, those who are not following non-ohmic, you have to study those non-ohmic like semiconductor, to other materials also. They are not following the Ohm's law, right? So this is the part one of the current electricity. B proportional to I. Yes. See, actually, the fundamental input is the voltage. When we are giving the voltage, the current is getting changed. So, independent part is the voltage, current depends on the voltage. We are writing like this, but this is the more fundamental. Current depends on applied voltage. Okay, the right part is an independent, and this is the dependent. Higher classes you learn that y is equal to fx. X depends on y. Okay, so that's it for today's sessions. Okay, so we come the other questions in the next session. Okay, thank you.